Welcome to Brooks Stadium and a unique environment in college football because when you see the teal field, you know the Chanticleers aren't far behind. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Fresno State Bulldogs. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Irvin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Fresno State's offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Give to the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And down he goes back at the 3.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Chanticleers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Carolina, 7. Fresno State, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Fresno State right back to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Open space at the 25. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And the Bulldogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. They went out and looked so good on that last drive.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that's another shot to clear.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking for a man. It's McCaffrey. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a... And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. This is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They go to the ground. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Fresno State right back to the line. It's a draw. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
He'll pull it down and run. And the shot to clear is getting past the sticks. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his way.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. The shot that clears will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The back goes in motion. Back to the air one more time. Grabbed in the middle. It's Garrison. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. On the move. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Urban. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receiver.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they've got.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Fresno State will have to punt. He gets a block. Smacks it with the stiff arm. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished.
He's taking the shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The give to the back. On the move at the 30. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Fresno State right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On second down, he'll let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Field goal is good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10.
Another shot to clear.
To the air, it's McCaffrey. Buys a little time with his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Brings up second and goal.
On second down, looking again to throw. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunities just before the end of the half.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, God,
open runway ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air. It's McCaffrey. He makes the connection. Touchdown, shots are clear. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Grove. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Looking to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Afterburner's coming. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Fresno State right back to the line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A lot of urgency for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
No, it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
He'll just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Irvin.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field to get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Splits the uprights. It's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got room at the 35. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get hit.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He caught it. Touchdown, Coastal. And the pummeling has started. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding surrounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they were.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. The offense starts with a short field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the shot to clear wants to crank the tempo.
Another shot to clear.
With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And the punishment has been extended. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. First and goal. On the option. The pitch.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. Touchdown, shot to clear. And the route is on. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Coastal Carolina, 49. Fresno State.
He'll bring it out. It's Irvin. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And down he goes back at the 3.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that's another shot to clear.
Back to pass, it's McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Coastal. And the beatdown has ensued.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Irvin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Coastal Carolina has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
And the returner goes down. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a huge play. Grabs it inside the 15. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The shot that clears are threatening on 1st and goal. Running the option, it's McCaffrey. And he probably should have left that one with the back as he is just smashed in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In that 2nd down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. And you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Looking to throw, it's Acker. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is...
He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Motion from the offense. On 3rd down, going up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
One more play to pad the stats. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run at the 30. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th.